I'm gonna try to really break down every single battle because I feel like all of these battles are one bigger than what they look like if you're just looking at it from like an on paper thing. I think they're bigger than what they look like. And I also want to just speak on that as well, like NOME 11 as an entire card. Loso versus Jerry Wess. Loso versus Jerry Wess. And I feel like the theme for the theme for NOME, and I think the theme for my battle with Lu Castro is kind of the same thing. You would probably and this is very Mike P versus Saga-esque because you might be looking at the two of them and saying to yourself that they both separately deserve bigger names, right? I think that's not a stretch 100% on Loso's end. And although right before Genesis, Jerry Wess's name and his buzz, he was also very much white hot. Although it was before the Caffeine deal and maybe throughout Caffeine, he hasn't had the best performances, but still, you would still look at him and say that he probably deserves a bigger name too, right? So it's a thing where it's like no disrespect to both of them, and they'd probably agree with you. But that's where this Gnome card comes into play as far as I'd probably say like 9 out of the 10 battles except Tay-Rock and Chilla Jones, right? But I think this very much fits the theme, although it might seem like a little random of a battle because I don't remember Jerry Wess or Loso requesting each other or wanting to battle. It is still two names I think deserve to be on NOME. Now this is Loso's second NOME. He opened up the NOME in Houston. I believe it was against Scotty, right? Um, if we're going off momentum, I'd have to pick Loso, but I think I'm just gonna pick Loso because I think he's better. I think he's better than Jerry Wess. Loso, and I've said this before, man, and although I get the URL app has Loso losing to Chess, I said that I had Chess winning. That was not a momentum shifter. If anything, the momentum went up for Loso because now that's a battle. That's one of the best battles of the year. And you have 3 rounds each of, you know what I'm saying? So whether or not he lost the votes or lost the majority opinion, man, sometimes it just doesn't matter, right? And it's one of those battles. Loso was incredible in that battle. So you really can't take anything away from him. The only thing you can really do is just maybe highlight Chess more if you want to. If you want to, but there are a lot of people out there that have Loso winning. And maybe on the second watch my opinion would change, but I felt like in the building he had lost. I do have him beating Jerry Wess. Now Jerry Wess, I think this is deserving from a seniority aspect for sure. Jerry Wess being on NOME, and it just kind of fits the theme of what not even what URL is trying to do, but kind of what's happening. And we'll get into that, at some maybe midway through this prediction. I'll break down the card in its entirety and what this all means, truthfully, like what it means to me. But I have Loso winning 2-1. Jerry Wess could obviously take a round. Jerry Wess could take 2. Jerry Wess could take 3. But I think the momentum and the the energy that Loso has right now, he's been carrying it from battle to battle to battle to battle, and it's been a great year. You know what I'm saying? He could very much beat up on Wess. So I have him beating Jerry Wess clearly, and yeah, that's it. T-Top versus Swamp. I feel like I haven't seen enough people excited about it, even though I don't have everyone's social media. I don't have my ears to every single street imaginable, but I feel like this is a huge battle. Like, is this not a huge battle? Is Swamp and T-Top not something that the culture has been trying to get? Have they not been going back and forth for like what feels like almost 2 years now? This is a huge battle. Are they not both from Carolina? Are they not both from the same area in Carolina? Is it North Carolina or South Carolina? This is a highly, highly anticipated battle. And I think this is probably the best matchup out of all 10 of these battles. Out of all 10 of these battles, T-Top versus Swamp is like a grade A on paper battle. I've been waiting for that to happen. A lot of people have been waiting for that to happen. With that being said, I have T-Top winning. Swamp has shown, in the 2-on-2 with Geechi Gotti versus Rock and Eazy, he showed, flashes of improvement and I've always been hard on Swamp when it comes to judging him as a battle rapper. Like I and I've said it a million times. I hate that I feel like a broken record, but I feel like you know, he's like he's off beat, like when there is no beat. I feel like he raps like a rookie. I think a lot of things hit, but sometimes he raps like a rookie. Like I have like the same opinion that I have on Swamp is the same opinion I have with Hollow the Don. And I'm not comparing the two, but when Hollow has some bad bars, they're awful. And I feel the same way about Swamp. Like when he's just kind of rapping and he's not hitting something really hard and it's just kind of him rapping, like it's bad. But when Swamp hits, he hits hard, but I don't think he hits harder than T-Top. T-Top is one of the GOATs, man. T-Top, if you look at his resume, not even just the names, if you were to just look at the names and look at the amount of people that T-Top has already battled, you got to look at the performances, right? I mean, you got to look at the performances. The performances are incredible. Some of the shit that T-Top has done in this culture, like, I get it. It's so fucking easy. Clearly to y'all, maybe not the people watching in the chat, or maybe not the people watching the YouTube version of this when I upload this tomorrow. Okay. But like it's very easy to forget what people have done in the culture. It's very easy to forget things. It's the internet, social media, it runs by your head. I have T-Top beating Swamp 2-1 clear. I think Swamp could take a round for sure. Swamp could take the battle. Like the best predictions when it comes to this shit is you don't know. Like we all know anything could happen, man. I put my expertise on shit all the time, and I'm like shooting like 20% in the UM3 bracket. JC versus Fonz. I don't know, man. I think people are quick to use the narrative of like, oh, here JC goes again, like not getting what he deserves or not getting. It's like, you guys got to realize, like, JC's battled everybody, man. Like JC's battled everybody. So although he's always pulling up, and although that might have affected him as far as like, you know, when it comes to wanting to see JC, there's no real like anticipation for it because he's everywhere. He's always on a card or he's always battling somebody. I think this is a really interesting style clash. I think Fonz has the ability to beat JC, but I don't think he has any higher ability than a lot of other people. You know what I mean? Like I don't JC is one of those battle rappers that in order to beat him most of the time, you have to go above and beyond of what you're usually capable of doing. I felt the same way. That's why I felt like I had done my absolute like best at that time, and it still wasn't enough because in order to beat somebody like him, you have to go crazy. So Fonz, he could go punch crazy, punch after punch after punch after punch, do whatever he wants to do. But at the end of the day, 2-1. You know, it could go either way. It's good to see Fonz on NOME because, you know, a lot of people were wondering where the fuck he went after he won like Ultimate Madness, and I don't know what was happening behind the scenes as far as like maybe battles he was looking for weren't getting locked in, maybe he was negotiating prices and the prices weren't good. Like I don't know, I can't really speculate on it, but we did see a big gap between Fonz battling on the tournament and then, you know, kind of taking advantage of the momentum that you had. Like I was really surprised to see him really not take advantage of that. I don't know. I don't get it, but it's good to see him back on NOME. It's good to see him back on NOME, on a Caffeine, on a live thing. Like it's you know, it's dope, but I have JC winning 2-1. Danny Myers versus Mike P. I'm sorry, what was that? Real Sick, sorry. Danny Myers versus Real Sick. Here's another battle. You have to kind of point to what Danny Myers is doing currently. I feel like it's the same thing like when I'm looking at Loso and Jerry Wess, right? When I look at Loso and Jerry Wess, it's the same way I'm looking at Danny Myers versus Real Sick. I see 4 people that are extremely dope, but 2 people that have been better than they've ever been. So when I looked at Loso versus Jerry Wess, I'm like, yeah, on paper they're close, maybe, but Loso has the fire thing around him. Loso, it's NBA Jam, and Danny Myers has the NBA Jam flame around him. Danny Myers has the flame emblem around him, right? So now Real Sick had a great performance. I love you too, man. Real Sick had a great performance versus Mike P. It was dope. I don't know how much you could count 2-on-2s, Sikh and Dot was not a good combination. They were not a good 2-on-2. They were off. They were off beat. Like it wasn't bad. I don't know how much it didn't hurt Real Sikh's momentum, because Double Impact, like I look at it like an all-star game. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like it's an all-star game. And I think Real Sikh still has all the momentum that he gathered after me and his battle. And I think he's going to be special, but Danny Myers, I think he might be too much. I think he might be too much. You know, you can, although I watched my first round versus Danny Myers yesterday for the first time in a long time, like maybe more than a year it's been since I've actually watched other rounds besides the second. I fucking, dude, my first versus Danny is so good. Like very good. It aged good for me because I hated it. I had to make history. I had to make history to make it close with Danny. Danny is just one of those guys that if you're not like absolutely God mode Super Saiyan 19, like he's gonna kick your ass, dude. And Danny has been beating people up lately. I think this could be the battle of the night. I think this could be battle of the night because I don't think he's going to be able to just, I don't think he's capable of it, but I don't think he's going to just get Sikh out of here. I think it's going to be a really good back and forth. I think there's going to be 1 to 2 per round, like per battler, like great fucking rounds. I think there's going to be, probably a couple rounds that style clash a lot. Real Sikh's the rapper's rapper. He's, he has really good setups. His punches hit hard when he gets to them. And Danny Myers has just been absolutely relentless. So I have Danny Myers taking that battle 2-1. Could go either way, but you never know. You never know. But if we're going based off paper, which fucking sucks because it never works for me, I always pick the wrong person. That's why I'm not picking a winner between me and Lu Castro, because I don't want to pick me. I don't want to be confident in picking me and then something happens. And you guys give my opponents the wins even when I beat them. So, it's none of my business. I got Danny Myers beating Real Sikh 2-1. B. Dot versus DNA. B. Dot versus DNA is I need to look at that. B. Dot versus DNA. Now B. Dot. Okay. B. Dot has improved greatly. He reminds me of a Loso. He reminds me of me. He reminds me of Danny Myers. He reminds me of Av. He reminds me of Chilla Jones. And I'm saying all of these names because I'm naming people that have heavily improved. If you listen to B. Dot when he was coming up and you listen to him now, it's truly inspiring. You get to literally listen to somebody figure themselves out as a person and as an artist, and you get to watch somebody literally upgrade as he goes on. B. Dot is getting better by the battle. B. Dot is getting more fluid. It's so much more easier. It sounds easier for him to rap the way he does. He's one of those guys like Ace Amin to where he could rap fast and he could pack a lot of words into bars, into lines, into 2, 3, 4 bar setups without really having to take a breath. His breath control is incredible. His angles are incredible. DNA is dope, but I don't think it's enough. I have B. Dot taking this for sure. DNA, I think it really matters on who's standing across from him. And someone as surgical as B. Dot, like I feel like like if I were to ever battle DNA, I think the problem that he would have is the same problem that he's going to have versus B. Dot. When you are facing somebody that is such a better rapper, so let's please don't argue with that. B. Dot is a way better rapper than DNA. All right, smoother, has more rhythm, is more fluid, is better at crafting, right? So while DNA has that rapid pace, quick little punch, while DNA has the ability to freestyle and all that other shit, I think B. Dot is going to be rapping way too good for the crowd and the people to be convinced that DNA is keeping up with him. And I know DNA is a very different rapper than B. Dot. I know it doesn't just take rap to beat somebody in a rap battle. I know that sounds crazy, but there are obviously a million other elements, you know, thousands of other elements that go into winning a rap battle over just the ability to rap. Like I hated when B Dot claimed that the only way that he would battle, that the only way that Holmesy would happen is a 3-0 because he simply raps better than him. I didn't agree with B Dot on that because just the ability to rap can only take you so far. But B Dot has improved so much. I think this is going to be a really surprising battle. Not surprising to me because I'm aware of people's greatness. I'm aware of people's greatness. I see B Dot clearly winning against DNA 2-1 clear for sure. DNA is a legend. DNA could, you know, 30 him. I got B Dot taking that battle. Y'all know anything could happen. So, you know, and don't take my word for it because, like I said, I have been butchering. I have been absolutely butchering this this UM3 bracket. It's done. Av versus Jey the Nitewing. All right, Av versus Jey the Nitewing. This is a really interesting one. Now, Av, I have a soft spot for Av. Av is the only person that's ever beat the absolute shit out of me, up and down. So I have a different opinion on Av when it comes to predicting what's going to happen in these battles. But if there's one person that I am more afraid of than Av, it's Jey the Nitewing. I am scared of Jey the Nitewing. I tell him that every chance I get. I tell you guys that. I tell the chat that every chance I get. I am afraid of Jey the Nitewing. I don't ever want to battle him. Maybe in a couple years so I could, you know, take a couple years to get ready, knowing that I'm going to lose very badly. And I might just need to battle him soon because I feel like even if I wait 2 years, he's going to be better. So that might be a little counterproductive. So this is so I'm not scared of you. You know, Eazy, I look at it like this, right? You know, everybody can joke from time to time. I'm not scared of Jey the Nitewing. Jey the Nitewing is scary. I'm not necessarily afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anybody, man. I'm not afraid of Loaded Lux. I think I'll kick Loaded Lux's ass. Yeah, I fucking said it. Yep. I think I'll beat the shit out of Loaded Lux. Murder Mook? Murder Mike? Huh? You ever heard of that? Got 4 letters in it too, bitch. Bam. Catch this 30 piece. Oh, yeah, but Hollow the Dawn. Hollow the Dawn? Hollow the Dawn? Have y'all did it a Dawn lost your fucking minds? I'll whoop his ass. Yeah, I said it. Screenshot it. Let's talk battle rap. What are you guys fucking watching? Let's talk Geechi Gotti. That's all you fucking post, Geechi Gotti. Post some me, but I want to. Let's talk battle rap updates. Mike P says fuck Murder Mook. Mike P says he'll whoop Loaded Lux's ass. Mike P says he will whoop Howl the Don's ass. Rum Nitty. I already beat him in the quarantine. Tay-Rock. I already beat him in the quarantine. Huh? Sue Surf. I'm white. I boogie board. The fuck? So no Eazy to block, Captain. I'm not afraid of you. And as far as I'm concerned, I beat you already. Jey the Nitewing 2-1. Let's just do that. T-Rex versus Eazy to block, Captain. Eazy to block, Captain. Is going to beat the living T-Rex dookie down Rex's leg. This is not going to be close. This is not going to be close. I'm sorry. I love Rex, man. I love Rex, but I feel like over the last like 3 to 4 years, every time someone has asked me how I think a Rex battle is going to go, I say the same thing. I love Rex, you know? Sadly, and respectfully, I'm going to say this. When I think of T-Rex, I think of somebody that I don't know if I've caught him really not conform, but like adapt to what the ability to rap has become. You know what I'm saying? Over the last times that I've seen Rex, it sounded like an old Rex, but it sounded like a version of him that just, it doesn't work anymore. You get what I'm saying? And Eazy, you know, he's too relentless. He's too, I almost give it to him like by default, bro. Like by default, off the strength that rap has evolved, bro. Like rap has evolved. So although if I were to go back and watch old Rex battles, those bars are still hitting. Those bars are still hitting. But until Shotgun Suge had that performance that he had versus B Dot, I was having the same look at Shotgun Suge. I was looking at Shotgun Suge like, your style doesn't work anymore. You gotta fucking change something. Because whether it was the quarantine environment, whether it was just what battle rap has become now, dog, these guys are just better, bro. Now I think I could do things better with words than a lot of other people, and I think we all can do it on over each other, right? All of us, when you get to the URL, when you get to the certain caliber of mine and the people that are above me name wise, we could all kill each other. We could all kill each other. Rap battles are a rolling of the dice. Battles are a rolling of the dice at all times. I don't care what it looks like on paper. I don't care. I don't care. Battles are a rolling of the dice. You can look at two battles and go, this person is clearly going to beat this person because that's the fucking deal. And the complete opposite can happen. So although the complete opposite could happen, right? And T-Rex could, you know, be not only the old T-Rex, but a different T-Rex and an effective T-Rex. Eazy the Block Captain, it's just better. It's just better. Eazy the Block Captain, dirty 30. Tay-Rock versus Chilla Jones, don't care. I'd beat both of your ass. Sis. Rock, where's my fucking battle, dog? We were contracted in after the big T battles, like 2018. Chilla Jones, chill. Wow, chill. I moved to Florida. I'm in 90-degree weather every day. I saw flashes of what I wanted to see from Tay-Rock lately since the Caffeine merger, and that's the old Rock as far as aggression. I don't like smiling Rock. I don't like when Rock smiles that much. I need angry Tay-Rock. I need angry, fuck y'all, two burners, this, that, stovetop Rock. Tay-Rock could definitely beat Chilla Jones, but I don't think it's going to happen. I have Chilla Jones 2-1. Watch that be the one battle that I'm like, you know what? Instead of going by like what I think on paper would happen, let me tell it like it is. That's going to be the one I get wrong. And oh damn, we have to do Geechi Gotti before we get to the main event, Mike P and Lu Castro. All right, let's go to the co-main event of the evening. Geechi Gotti versus Nitty. The first battle was too fun, wasn't it? I thought the first battle was way too fun. There wasn't any promotion behind it. So although you got a Nitty and you got a Geechi Gotti and you know they don't slack, they don't care, it was fun. It seemed too fun. It seemed too fun, and it almost felt like the first one-on-one battle that was like all-star game-ish. So although I wanted Cortez versus Geechi Gotti in the finals, I was completely aware that if Cortez had beaten Nitty, I would never get to see this. This would be the only chance. This tournament would be the only chance that we'll ever have as a culture to watch Nitty and Geechi Gotti battle for real. And we got it. We got it. The number 1 and the number 2 seed did what they were supposed to do and came into the finals as the number 1 and the number 2. And we get to see a full Geechi Gotti versus Nitty battle. I don't know who to fuck it. I don't know. I don't know, man. You could feel. I have to go on paper with this. I have to go on paper. I have to go on paper, and I'm gonna get my decision, and it might seem for a petty reason why I'm getting this decision, and I'm coming to this decision, but it's the only thing I can go by. It's the only thing that I can go by. I'm picking Nitty to win because although Geechi Gotti is in this, GOAT category, and he's really just doing everything he could possibly do to, from headlining to NOME after NOME after NOME, Summer Madness after Summer Madness, getting all these high profile battles, staying consistent, keeping the quality, all that shit. That same rhetoric has been said for Rum Nitty for longer. I think Rum Nitty is if battle rap was to stop today and you were to say Geechi Gotti or Rum Nitty from a skill level, what happens when you go against this guy? What can happen to you? What could be said to you? I think Rum Nitty wins that category. Rum Nitty is really one of the GOATs. And they're both coming off of the best performances of the tournament so far from a personal standpoint. And I think both of their performances was better than all the performances so far in UM3. I have Rum Nitty winning, man. I have Rum Nitty winning. I had Rum Nitty making it to the finals and winning anyway. And I said this in my Ultimate Madness 3 first prediction when we went over the bracket before the first round even went down. So although I got a lot of things wrong, I still have the chance to get the most important thing right. And I said in that video, how could you not pick Rum Nitty to win this tournament? So I still stand by that. Although Geechi is incredible, I still stand by that. I found it impossible to pick somebody else if Nitty were to make it to the finals. I would find it impossible to pick anybody else. So I have Rum Nitty winning 2-1 against Geechi Gotti in an incredible battle, man. I think they're gonna do everything they were supposed to do all the way up until the end. All the way up until the end, and even the end. So even that last battle, I don't think anyone's gonna fizzle out. I think it's gonna be an incredible battle. I think it's gonna be a classic battle. But Rum Nitty goes home with the 100K for sure. That's some incredible shit. So all right, now we're gonna get to the main event of the evening. I know this is not the main event. I'm gonna pick this apart. So this is my third NOME. And I've been doing this for a minute now. And although I've never nabbed a Summer Madness, I feel like this is the same thing. Night of main events is something that I dreamed of being on before I was even a battle rapper. I've been watching this shit forever, since I was like 14 years old. I'm 32 now. Like, I've been watching it for a long time. Whenever the DVDs were out, like all this shit. So when, Smack became URL and the Night of main events started happening, like I was just making music. And even then I was like, damn, I would love to be on, like, I would love to be in Irving Plaza, and I would love to do this, and I would love to do that. First NOME was in Irving Plaza, which I think, I think Lux and Calico was in the ballroom or some shit like that. I don't know. But this is my third time on an event that is very prestigious. Now, although you might look at this card is very unprecedented. This card is 10 battles. There are 20 battle rappers on NOME, which is ridiculous. So when you look at that number, you might come to a conclusion that maybe, this one isn't as special. Maybe you look at it as like a kind of glorified rookies versus vets. I understand that. Really, when you look at all the battles, that's pretty much the theme for it. But nonetheless, there's a lot of battle rappers out there. There's a lot of battlers out there that could have been on it too. And so I still feel blessed, and I still feel, honored to be called and be on it. It's extremely important. I know a lot of people say battle rap is just battle rap. That is not the case, man. Battle rap is a huge part of my life. I love this shit from top to bottom, and every single part of it. I've always loved it, and it's loved me back. So to be on NOME, I know, sorry if I'm rambling, to be on NOME for the third time is absolutely incredible. With that being said, Lu Castro is an incredible opponent. I am definitely very excited to go back and forth with him. I know a lot of people, and I addressed this on Twitter, and I've addressed this before. A lot of people say that I deserve plates. Mike P, where's his plates? He needs the plates. He needs the plates. Guys, look up. Look up. Look at what I'm doing. Stop worrying about the fucking people that are standing across from me. I know it sounds like I'm tooting my horn, but toot, toot, toot. I am that person, man. I am that person. I might not have more followers than Hitman Holla. I might not, I might not be in the game longer than Hollow. I know I know there's levels to the names if you want to keep it, but I'm a motherfucking name. I don't need them. I don't need them, and they don't want those problems with me. I don't give a fuck what any of them say. They never wanted them. I've been in here for 6 fucking years. Only a couple of them have ever come outside for me, and it has not looked good for them when they have. So, don't worry about the plates. Worry about what happens when me and Lu Castro's battle ends. What is your opinion on the battle? That's all that matters. Right? So Lu Castro is a formidable opponent. And to be honest, man, like, a lot of these guys are scared to battle me. So when I get people like Lu Castro, they don't have the chance to be. They don't have like the privilege to. They don't have the right to be afraid of me. So when you see me verse people and you don't know why it's not DNA, why it's not Tay-Rock, why it's never been A-Verb, why it's never been, Rum Nitty, why has this never been any of these guys, whether they're never thought of me or not, like those guys, if they have no business coming outside to try me, I have no business worrying about getting them. I don't care. I don't care. Okay? With that being said, 50 Cal Bundy is back, bro. Like I am my creativity is through the roof once again, and I felt that way versus Real Sick. I'm more comfortable than I've ever been. The most comfortable I had ever been before this writing process was versus Real Sick. The most creative I've ever been before this writing process has been Real Sick. The confidence is there. I've accepted everything. I've accepted my reality and I've accepted my perceptions, like 100%. So, at the end of the day, I know that I could beat Lu Castro and still, from the majority, probably, not win. Shine's not on NOME. I think it's funny that when I asked to battle him, he said, I know you're trying to get on NOME. Shine. Nah, I love Shine. I can't. Yeah, he'll be on Summer Madness. Shine is one of the people that I actually respect and will not like throw little tiny salt his way because I truly don't respect him at the end of the day. But if I do it on Twitter, it just looks good. Which I saw some people do, some battle rappers do this week. Oh, you trash bags. I'm a fuck Lu Castro up. Get ready, sir. Get ready, sir. I am on top of my game. Punch after punch after punch after punch after punch. Every single idea I come up with, I laugh at because it's good. I laugh at good bars. I've been hysterical this whole writing process. So I'm going to punch his head off. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to do everything in my power to keep my NOME streak. I've never lost on NOME. I've never lost a round, actually. 6-0 as far as rounds go. And 2-0 on NOME. So I do not plan on fucking that up. I plan on going in there, winning another 3 rounds, winning another NOME, and then walking out of NOME 3-0. Key the womp womp womp. That's me in the interview, like, well, I mean, I tried my best. Shit. Which could happen, man. Luke could kiss my ass. I was about to be an asshole. Luke could kick my ass for sure. But no. I don't see that happening. And it's it, man. That's it. That's NOME. We back. And it's gonna be special, man. It's gonna be special. Night of Mike's excellence, smooth excellence, bro. I will not tear my dactyl. I will not tear my dactyl.